age is he? Born in 1789, the very day that Steve fell. I've always thought that might have given his whole life its character. If he could, he inherited a completely new world the day he was born, year one. Ancient time was at an end. The world had cast off its old skin. There were no longer any frontiers to man's potential. Possibilities were endless and exciting. He still believes that. The apocalypse is just about to happen. I'm afraid I'm a great disappointment to him. I neither his strength, nor his coherence, nor his belief. Do I believe in fate? When I arrived here in Feedback, followed you, the moment you brought me here, I had a curious sensation. A momentary sense of discovery, of recognition, of confirmation of something I had knew instinctively, as if I had stepped into ancient times. No, it wasn't an awareness of direction being changed, but of experience being of a totally different order. I moved consciousness that wasn't striving nor agitated, but at its ease and with its own conviction and assurance. And while I was listening to your father and Jimmy Jack, swapping stories about Apollo and Kumkol and Paris and Persia. It was then that I thought I knew perhaps I could live here. Where's the poutine? Poutine? Even if I did speak Irish, I'd always be an outsider here, won't I? I may learn the password, but the language of the tribe will always elude me, won't it? The private core will always be hermetic, won't it? Well, you can still learn to decode it.
Cantumis buxum longum, presumque moratus sol, sacro tande camina vestades. I dabble in verse, Lieutenant. After the style of Ovid, a drop of it to fortify me.
You will have to translate that for me.
Let's see. No matter how long the sun may linger on its long and varied journey, at length evening comes with its sacred song.
Very nice, sir.
English succeeds in making it sound plebeian.
Where are you off to, Father?
An expeditio with 3 purposes. Purpose A, to acquire testimonial from our parish priest, a workman, but barely literate, and since he'll ask me to write it myself, how in all modesty can I do myself justice? Where did this drink come from?
Under the rocks.
In this case, address yourself to it with circumspection. Anna Brand means Anna of the Light. And purpose B, to talk to the builders of the new high school about the kind of living accommodation I want to require there. I've lived too long like the journeyman tailor.
We lived fairly close to the poet once, about 3 miles away.
His name?
Wordsworth, William Wordsworth.
Did he speak of me to you?
Actually, I never spoke to him myself. I only saw him out walking in the distance.
Wordsworth. No, I'm afraid we're not familiar with your literature, Lieutenant. We feel closer to the warm Mediterranean. We tend to overlook your island.
I'm learning to speak Irish, sir.
Good.
Roland's teaching me.
Splendid.
I mean, I feel so cut off from the people here. To see people like yourself and Jimmy Jack who actually converse in Greek and Latin. And your place name. What was the one we came across this morning? Termon from Terminus, the god of boundaries. It's really astonishing.
We like to think we endure around truths, immemorially positive.
And your daily literature. You're a poet yourself.
Only Latin, I'm afraid.
I understand. It's enormously rich and ornate.
Indeed, Lieutenant. A rich language, a rich literature. You'll find, sir, that certain cultures expend on their vocabularies and syntax inquisitive energies and ostentations entirely lacking in their material lives. I suppose you could about Preceptor, or Elementary Institute of the English, Greek, Hebrew, Latin, and Irish languages, particularly calculated for the instruction of such ladies and gentlemen as may wish to learn without the help of the master.
That's a wonderful title.
Between ourselves, the best part of the enterprise, nor do I in fact speak Hebrew, and the last phrase, without the help of the master. It was written before the new national school was thrust upon me. Do you think I ought to drop it now? At last, you don't dispose of the cow just because it has produced a magnificent calf, do you?
You certainly do not.
The phrase goes, and I'm interrupting work of the moment. And to return briefly to the other matter, Lieutenant, I understand your sense of exclusion, of being cut off from a life here. But I trust you will find access to your son's help. But remember that words are signal, contrary. They are not immortal, and it can happen, to use an image you'll understand, it can happen that a civilization is imprisoned in a linguistic contour which no longer matches the landscape of fact. Gentlemen,
Jonas laughing at me. Jonas promises 3 points if he never gets your name to keep.
He's an astute man.
He's bloody pompous.
But so is Hughes.
And he's mixed with ventures. I mean, is it astute not be able to put a chest through survival and during the wrong truth? In memorial pursuit.
He knows what's happening.
What is happening?
I don't know, but I'm considering my part in all this. It's an eviction of sorts.
We're making a 6-inch map of the country. I mean, is there anything significant in that?
Nonsense.
We're taking place, and we're riddled with confusion, and we're...
Who's confused? Are the people confused?